Yeah, let's get it. I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. You heard? Want to give a shout out to everybody. Tell everybody that I love y'all. I'm back in the field. You heard? Um, hope I don't know if I'm gonna get this channel remonetized, but if I don't, I'm gonna pop off another channel and get it monetized. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do um sneakers, animals, music, or maybe all three. Who knows? But that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna start working on the other channel tomorrow. I'm back in the building, y'all. I got a little spot. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling. What's up, Jenny? Yo, Chuck, man, good to see you, bro. I love you, bro. I hope all is well with you. You know, you're always in my prayers, brother. What's up, Miguel? Yo, Vizzle, Shizzle, my nizzle, Izzle, Bizzle, Whizzle, Dizzle, for Bizzle, Izzle, Dizzle, the Izzle, Shizzle. What's good? You heard? What up, Nick? Nick Johnson in the building, aka Burning Joint. You heard? Like I said, you see, I'm attacking YouTube, man. I'm really, you hear me? I'm really feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm starting my life over from scratch. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like, I hadn't, I fell back from YouTube for a while, but now that I'm back doing it again, it's such a beautiful thing. YouTube is such a beautiful thing. It allows you to interact with people, right, from across the universe. You dig what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get my other phone in case, if anything, God forbid, happens with this live, don't worry about it. I'll go to my other phone. Miguel, what's up, bro? You okay? How's everything, Miguel? What's up with Coney Island? How's your brother and how's your family? Shout to Coney Island, you heard? Shout to Gorilla Nims. Shout to my son Mikey B, you heard? Go subscribe to his channel. That's what's up, Miguel. That's good. You make sure you always love your mother and treat your mother and your brother with with love. That's your family and they love you, you heard? What's up, Mikey? Yo, Mikey, I was watching the show yesterday, you heard? Since I wasn't there at the beginning, I went back and rewatched it. Feel me? Chuck, man, it's good to see you, bro. You heard? I'm praying for you, man. I hope everything is well, And life is, listen, man, we all go through things in life. And life is a struggle for everybody. And I'm just thankful for every second that I have here with my peoples. And thankful that I got a place to live and a bed and a TV, and you feel me? And I'm out of harm's way, because I was going through a lot of stuff for a long time that I never spoke about, because I'm not one to go speak my problems on appreciate you too, homie. To the public, because as a man, I believe you're supposed to take care of your problems yourself. It's always nice when people, can help you and assist you, but I don't never like to ask for nothing. And I really feel like focused right now. And I'm starting my life over from scratch, you heard? And I'm gonna go from this spot to another spot. Watch, trust me. When I get to the next spot, I'm just gonna start showing everything. You dig? You already know, Chuck. It's love, man, you heard? If there's anything I could ever do for anybody, it'll be done. If I love you, you heard? Shout to my son, Frank Moles Over Money. He's looking good and happy. I'm happy for him. We all gonna go through stuff, you heard? Life is like that. Even if you got money, right? That doesn't mean you ain't gonna have problems or you're not gonna be faced with obstacles. That's not written in stone. You dig what I'm saying? The money doesn't buy everything. Money doesn't buy health. Money doesn't buy happiness. It doesn't buy a lot of things. Does it make life easier? Yeah, in some circumstances, because you know what? You could be rich as hell and be miserable. You could be miserable You know what I'm saying? Look at all these yo, you know the Moskowski boys keeps it gutly. You heard? Word to do-rag. You heard? You already know. Let me get my son Matruski boy. Hold up a second. Oh, I gotta go through the other way. I'm gonna give you the wrench. Listen, every wrench I give comes with a speech. You want to hear the speech? Well, you don't got a choice in the matter, but the speech is don't block nobody. The end. You heard? I could have sworn I got you suited and booted the other day. You heard? You already know, Papito. Yeah, that's my Bill Mikey. That's my man Miguel. You heard? He's a special kind of guy. You dig? That's my boy though. He runs Coney Island. You heard, with Gorilla Nems. So, but anyway, yeah, yo, Matruski, you heard? Shout to the Matruski. That's right. More money, more problems, Nick. You heard? Yeah, word to do-rag, nigga. Shout to my son Latin Pain. You heard he got the most fucking shiniest do-rag ever. Nigga got a bulletproof do-rag, you heard? A bulletproof motherfucking camouflage do-rag, you heard? He's in the field. I'm the only one that understands. That's a fact, nigga. Yo, listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna get me some edibles, right? When I get the edibles, make sure y'all are here because it's gonna be a fucking fiesta. You heard? It's gonna be a riot, nigga. When I get high, it's a rap. I love it. I love me when I get, I can't smoke no more, you feel me? So I gotta get the edibles. Hold on a second. Let me get this situated so that way, if God forbid anything happens to this, I could just go shoot to the other phone. Yo, I want to tell y'all something, right? And I want to get you suited and booted, so I God forbid anything. Hold on. Shut up, nigga. Hold on a second. All right, you suited and booted. You heard? You are. You got the golden Matruski wrench. You heard? He got the greasy. Let me chill. I don't even want to talk about that nigga. He'll pop out. Yo, you take edibles too, Mikey? Let me fucking find out, nigga. Let me find out. You fuck with them edibles. So what's up, Monique? Say word, nigga. Oh, before I kick the bucket, I gotta do some edibles with Mikey B. That's my road dog, you heard? That's my man. He a bug out too. That is crazy, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind doing some edibles and do a mushroom or two, or it'll be nuts, you heard? You drink that edible liquor. Say word. Yo, Mikey, I never knew that, you heard? Mikey, I didn't never even know that you was into like weed and shit like that. That's crazy, B. Did you used to smoke weed back in the days? I love weed. I wish I could smoke it, you heard? But I can't. My body can't take it no more. You know, I do all the drugs I did and everything. I fucked my body up. Feel me? Thank God I stopped because I would be dead right now if I hadn't. You know, I stopped smoking cigarettes like maybe 7 years ago. I was on the verge of death, you know? But I ain't gonna lie. I love weed. I really do, man. The way it makes you feel. And then, you know, the weed they got now, right? I know it's real strong, but also with the strength has come, you know, you got weed that does different things for different people. You feel me? You got weed for glaucoma. You got weed that puts you to sleep. You got weed that helps with your depression. You got weed that gives you energy. The sativa is like energy boosting and your mind. You feel me? Yo, Willie, I got the heroin. Willie Nelson. Yo, shout to Willie Nelson. That is my motherfucking dude. You heard? I love Willie Nelson. Willie, let me fucking find out. Mikey B is swigging Willie Nelson's fucking THC of doom. You heard? Yo, I gotta get some, man. You gotta be careful. One thing though, you gotta be careful with them edibles and drinking because you take a little too much, it's a wrap. My man used to bake cookies. And he used to, one thing, like I said, with the edibles, you got to be careful because unless you know how many milligrams or whatever dosage is in each thing you're eating, you might not know how much is in that motherfucking cookie, you heard? Shout to Mushroom Tea, you heard? Fucking Mikey is burnt, you heard? They said the Willie Nelson. Yo, I'm gonna get some edibles, you heard? I'm gonna get some edibles and I'm gonna do a live when I'm edibled up. It's on. When I used to first started the channel, I was still smoking weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or I would take pulls of weed. I wasn't smoking like a chimney where like I would do a blunt to the face and shit like that. But weed has come along so far, man. Like when I was little, right, weed used to have seeds in it. You dig? And there was good weed, don't get me wrong, but maybe the THC count and maybe the most potent weed before exotic weed came into play was probably like, maybe like 10% THC at the most. You dig what I'm saying? 8%. You dig? And it used to fuck you up, don't get me wrong. All right, Mikey. I'm gonna hold you to that. As soon as I get some edibles, I'm gonna I'll let you know. I might have some in the old hood laying up. Fuck around. And you can make your own edibles. That's the beautiful thing about it too. I got weed. I could fucking make my own edibles. So I'm gonna get my hands. I'm gonna either make them or buy them. You heard? And we could do that. Fucking tripping. You heard? We could call it the Mikey B and Quinn space episode. You heard? But like I said, when I was young, the bud was it wasn't like it is now. Now some of this bud got 30%, 40% THC in it. That's bananas. The concentrates got like fucking 70, 80%. Yeah, Quinn and Mikey in space. Cheech and Chong, yo, I'm with that, man. I haven't got high off of weed in probably like a year and a half or something like that. Because like I said, even before when I was doing the panels, I would take like a joint. I would roll up a joint, right? A 0.1. The joint would be a 0.1. For the people that don't know what we're talking about, you take a digital scale and you put a 0.1, 1/10 of a gram. I would roll it up, and that shit would last me like 2 or 3 months. I would take a pull and clip it. But that, I'll be flying because I don't smoke like that. There's still 1 or 2 of those lives up there probably. Used to be bugging, nigga, you heard? Off the Zookies. Off the Zookies, off the ice cream cake, you heard? All that shit. I could talk about it now because, I'm not active no more, but my whole life was fucking with bud and other, whatever. I'm not going to get into the other stuff because, I did biz for it. So, it's, I could talk about it, but I just don't like to really talk about stuff like that because I never want children to think that that's a good look. I regret ever even wasting years of my life fucking around like that, But bud was always with it. So if I was selling, dog food or cook up or whatever, there would always be bud on deck too. So I got years of being around that shit. What up, Em? Let me give you a wrench, you heard? And I'm very knowledgeable of it. Em, you get the speech like everybody else get. You ready for the speech? Don't block nobody. The end. Okay, hold on a second. All right, Em, you suited and booted, you heard? That way they don't, yo, Kwan is in the building. That way they don't blow your beak off, you heard? I keep it gutly, you heard? Word to do-rag. Yo, it's my birthday today, you heard? It's my 235th birthday of the year so far. But anyway, anybody remember the unknown comic with the bag on his head? That was my dude. I was just watching a video on him, you heard? I think I'm gonna become the unknown YouTuber, you heard? Whenever I pop up on the panel, I'm gonna have a bag on my head, you heard? and say the unknown YouTuber. Happy birthday. Hey, yo, shout to my son Black North too. That's the homie. He was, yeah, I should do it right. Whenever I pop up on somebody else's panel, I'm just gonna come up as the unknown YouTuber. You heard? He was a bug out. Yeah. He was a bug out. You heard? Shout. He used to be on the Gong Show all the time. He used to come through with the rubber chickens and shit. He lied doing, yeah. Shout to Black, man. It's the homie. He was playing his music the other day, and he played a little bit of my music too. Shout to him, man. Everybody that got a channel, y'all could drop your channels too. You heard? There's love over here. I'm trying to really get back at YouTube. This is probably like I done did about 5 or 6 lives in the course of a week of me getting back. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna pop out the other channel. Like I said, I'm still not sure if I want to do sneakers or like animals. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I could do both of them. You never. E, what it do? We in the building. Oh, you have seen it? All right. But yo, Black didn't know about it. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe he didn't see that in particular video. But shout to everybody, B. Shout to everybody out there. Yo, first of all, I want to say this, right? Shout to my son, Trust Moolah. He did like 20 years in the can, right? He's like fucking 40 years old, and he got a hit record right now, popping. I checked it. It's like almost at 50,000 hits. It's starting to catch speed. He put a video out for it. Go support that. Go support my man, Trust Moolah. I'm pulling for him. He gives everybody inspiration, and he's a testament that you never give up. You never give up. You heard? Yeah, it's my birthday. It's my 235th birthday so far this year. You heard? Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. I mean, this is a very special birthday. I'm gonna fucking take an edible. But yeah, Frankie Boo, what's good, man? Good to see you, bro. Shout out to all my Brooklyn niggas, you heard? All my fucking low life niggas, you heard? All my D-Sep niggas, feel me? The classic Brooklyn, you heard? Brooklyn done changed so much, man. Like Brooklyn, like I was having not a debate, but you know, people were saying how New York is so dangerous and New York is this and I was telling them, yo, New York is safe as it's ever been. New York has never been safer than it is right now. Maybe 350 people got killed last year, which is not a good look. I'm not saying that that's a good thing, right? But as opposed to 2,500 like in 91, in the 90s and the 80s, it was always 2,000 and better every year. Feel me? Yo, tell your wife I said happy birthday. You heard? God bless her. Trooper, what it do, boy? But New York is at its safest, B. You hear me? And people, they be talking about the trains and this and that. The trains is always going to have some type of danger to it. It's the biggest transit system in the world. It's above ground and underground, right? But there's tons of cops on the train, and the train is way more safer than in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You heard? Even in the early 2000s. Straight like that. You know, don't fall victim to fear mongering, hate mongering. That's not a good look, right? Don't listen to half truths and people speaking what they think is the truth. It's very dangerous, right? To speak something that you're not positive of, because now you're spreading lies. You know what I'm saying? To you for making it to 70. Thank you, bro. The big 7 tray in the building, you heard? Yeah, but for the people that don't know, that's a reoccurring joke. Like every day is my birthday. Every day they tell me happy birthday. Right? Am I lying? Yo, word to do rag, you heard? It is way safer, especially in the boroughs. The boroughs was off the fucking meat wagon, you heard? The boroughs was on fire. Like really, like it can't even be explained in words. You would have to really like witness it for yourself. You dig? And the drugs was everywhere. Crack was on fucking, like people don't know. Like back in the 80s, people were overdosing on crack. You know, you would have a certain amount of overdoses every day on crack. Babies were being born addicted to crack. There used to be fucking crack spots making millions. Motherfuckers would be online. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to get served. You see motherfucking lighters all over the floor, and they used to sell them in colored capsules. You would see red tops all over the place, pink tops, blue tops, orange tops. You feel me? Like New York is definitely a lot safer. Listen, there's always going to be drugs. You can't get rid of drugs. Drugs have been here since the dawn of mankind. Opium grows out the ground. Cocaine grows, not cocaine, but the coca plant grows out the ground, which they use to make cocaine and heroin and morphine and all that shit. And people using opium for medicinal purpose goes back to biblical times. You dig? The Roman chemists and physicians used to take opium, right, and crush it into pills. They used to have them in pills, and they used to give them to soldiers. And so it's not, they used to smoke opium. Easy, what it do? Dewey is in the building. You heard? But like I said, man, drugs have been here since the dawn of man. They're not going anywhere. You see all this big the opiate crisis that we're in now, which is fentanyl has taken over with the trank and all that shit, right? The perpetrators of that crisis was for a pharmaceutical giant called Purdue. Purdue Pharma created OxyContin. They pushed OxyContin to the masses under the premise that it wasn't physically addictive. They took big top doctors and made them shoot videos swearing up and down that OxyContin wasn't physically addictive, and if you have back pains, you could take it like Tic Tacs and swallow it like candy. And it was a lie. And they got all these people strung out on fucking OxyContin. And then when people can't get a hold of OxyContin, or they're fucking broke because they're spending all the money on pharmaceuticals, and they owe money on the mortgages and all that shit, and people are homeless, and they go to heroin. Heroin is way cheaper than OxyContin, which you could only get on a prescription, or if you buy it illegally, but it's still cheaper than buying OxyContin illegally. Philly, and there's another state that allows drugs. Philly, look, this is, you gotta understand, right? It isn't that they allow it. Well, they do allow it, right? But in Kensington, right? And it's not that it's not illegal. We gotta spread the truth here, right? It's not that it's not illegal. It's that they allow it and try to keep it in that area, because they don't sell dope all over Philly. I'm not saying they don't have dope in other parts of Philly, but the dope is concentrated into Kensington. I got a video on my channel. We went out to Kensington, took 60, 70 pizza pies. We took medical supplies. We took fucking water. Feel me? Like, so I've been out there. That's not my first time going out. I used to be out there in the 90s too. Yo, my motherfucking Dewey. What's up, nigga? Word to Durag. It's good to see you. You heard? You know why? Because you keep it gutly, nigga. So, but anyway, so it is allowed. You right about that, Easy. Remember in the Wire they had that hamster shit, Hamster Town or whatever they were calling it. But That's gonna stop soon too, because what they're doing in Kensington is right. They're starting to clean it up. They're gonna take all that property, buy it at dirt cheap, and build condominiums and all, just like they did in New York. Watch, mark my words. Mark my words. That's what they did in New York. They redline everything. Redline meaning, they keep the poor people in a certain areas by not letting them get bank loans and not allowing them to move into other areas, and they keep the ghetto where it's at. They keep the property value down, and then they just go scoop everything up. You see what they're doing with the projects now? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to fucking, they're making laws where you can't smoke inside the projects no more. Like, they trying to do shit to get people the fuck up out of there. Third Ave wild right now. Yeah, that's a fact. Let me look at it over here, because I got the on my phone, I got the print is so small. Yeah, you should be you should be going down on 125th Street. That's a fact. Shout out to all my king niggas over there. That's always been I'm not gonna really speak on it too much, but niggas know what it is over there. You know what I'm saying? That's like Murder on Broadway. Feel me? There's always gonna be drugs, like I was saying. There's always going to be drugs. You cannot get rid of drugs. Let me just say this, right? If you really want to get rid of a lot of problems, you got to attack poverty. You can't think that you can incarcerate everybody and it doesn't work. Straight like that. You got to attack poverty. Once you attack poverty, a lot of problems are going to disappear. You feel what I'm saying? Poverty encourages drug use and drug dealing and all that shit. Poverty keeps people in fucked up circumstances, and they want to get high, or they have to sell drugs. And, that's the way it is. None of these politicians give a fuck about you, straight like that. You feel me? Don't never think that. There's some that are good people, don't get me wrong. You feel me? I think Mondani's a good dude. You dig what I'm saying? I thought Obama had some goodness to him. I remember seeing Obama. They tried to do some shit like you see how ICE be running down on people. They tried to do that when Obama was in office. They passed a law in the states that are close to Mexico, like Arizona, those states over there, where people could just run down on people and hold them for the cops to see if they were citizens or not. And Obama stopped that shit. And when I seen him do that impressed me. Feel me? And he carries himself with more class than this dickhead that we got in office now, who's just a fucking absolute maniac. Yeah, that's a fact. Like, what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't jack government and politicians and all that, but certain people that I just, you could feel their energy is better than others. You feel me? Yo, what's up, Empress? Empress, I'm gonna give you a wrench. You heard? You ready for the wrench speech? Please don't block nobody. The end. So you don't get your beak blown off. You heard? As moderator. Hey, yo, listen. If anybody wants to send a donation to your boy, that's how I'm living, off of donations. The channel's not monetized. Here is my Cash App. I love you. Okay. I'm saving every dollar. I got a nice little chunk already in there. That's going to the next department. Yeah, you already know. I give everybody the rent so they don't get their beak blown off, you heard? Let me see something. Lay out. I don't know. I can't pin fucking. I'm having a problem pinning the. Anyway, who cares? Yo, Katrina, what it do, you heard? Shout to mescaline and paper acid. Y'all were talking about that the other day. I remember the first time I took that shit, the purple mescaline. That was one of the craziest days of my life. Yo, what up, J1? I was seeing fucking the devil, Akmak Baksalat, Magik Magok. I was what? Yo, that was crazy. That's the only time I ever did mescaline. My man gave me a purple one in high school. Whoa. That was fun. You have to pin using YouTube. No, I did paper acid like 3 times. One time I didn't really like it. I guess sometimes you could be in a fucked up mood and you don't enjoy it as much. But the first time I did that shit, I had a piece of gum in my hand, right? And I kept fucking with the gum, like rolling it. And then I looked and it was turned into a joint. And I set it on fire to smoke it. I said, oh shit, this is the gum. And I walked into my man Mike's store, right? And my man Mike, he was bald, right? And the day that I took the paper acid, he had gotten a hair weave transplant. And he went from being bald to looking like Conan. And I walked into the store and I looked at him, right? And you know, when you be on that acid or the fucking mescaline shit like that, you crack the fuck up over anything. And that nigga went from Onyx to motherfucking Conan the Barbarian. I was cracking up, and he got mad and threw me out the store. He said, "Get the fuck out of my store." I said, "Mike, motherfucker, you was bald yesterday." Shout to my man J1, man. I chopped it up with J1 on the panel the other day. You heard? That's my boy. Yo, J1, you hear me? Go if you serious about going with Steven and going to Coney Island, I encourage you to do that, man. Start getting out more often. Enjoy your life, man. You're a good dude. Straight like that. God is great, man. If God gives you life, you know you're supposed to step up to the plate and do something with it. That's why I'm back at YouTube and I'm gonna do my thing, man. I'll give you my word. It's on and popping. I feel good, man. I was going through it for like 2 or 3 years. Like I said, I never spoke about it on YouTube, and that's how life is, though. You dig what I'm saying? You live and you learn. But I'm free of any and all bad energy. You dig? One of these days when shit is better, I'm gonna I'll let niggas know what it was. You heard? But God is great, man. God always looks over me. You heard? I survived a lot of stuff, man. I've been in situations where I should have been dead, a bunch of times. You dig what I'm saying? But God has really been good to me. Really been good to me. And I'm thankful and I'm indebted to him. And I'm not an overly religious person, but I do believe in a higher power. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and whatever your higher power is, whether it's Allah, Jehovah, jumping Jehoshaphat, fucking Yahweh, whatever it may be, Buddha, whatever it is. If you believe in Norse fucking mythology, whatever you believe, and if that's what makes your life better, feel me? Hold on, I'm trying to read the chat, but like I said, the print is so small on my phone, I gotta look at it from the other phone. Oh, that's what she was saying, painful, the gold bars? Yeah, that's not a good look, J1, bro. You better, I don't know J1, what you been eating? Let me find out you fucking had eaten a gold chain sandwich, nigga. Fucking eating a gold chain and tuna sandwich. Excuse me. But like I said, man, Don't let nothing stop you from doing what you do. Get to that get to that Fetty. You heard? Get you some breach, and it's never too late. I got a big problem where I'm hard on myself for what I haven't done, and you can't do nothing about that. You can't do nothing about the past. You dig? I like to do these lives. I like to give people a place to come chill for a little while, where you don't got to deal with the craziness of other channels. And not that I'm talking bad about other channels too, because I frequent channels where it be nutty sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But you need a balance in life. You dig what I'm saying? Gold chicken nuggets with sweet and sour will give you the power. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you need a balance. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and I enjoy buffoonery sometimes, but I also like to, learn and conversate from a somewhat, adult intellectual perspective. The past is that's a fact, Empress. You already know that's a Snapple fact. That's a bar right there. We spend 90% of our life. That's a fact, Empress. I'm glad you saying that because I need to hear stuff like that, because a lot of times I'm the one speaking and sometimes, I need to listen. We all need to listen. Word to my do-rag, you ain't lying. That's a fact, DBN. Good to see you, nigga. That's my son. That's one of my OGs right there. That's my nigga, you heard? I never had a problem with DBN in my life. That's word to my do-rag. That's word to. That's word to do. You heard? That's the word on my rag, you heard? DBN, fucking who else I've been, old head Deuce, that's my motherfucking road dog. Deuce been with me since, hell yeah, DBN's a good motherfucking dude. That's my nigga, I love that nigga. Greatest thing since sliced bread, you heard? Wheat and white. It's a lot of good people on YouTube. There really are a lot of good people on YouTube. People are not always gonna get along. People are not always gonna agree. But I don't take it personal if I don't agree with someone. The biggest problem I see on YouTube is people getting their feelings over something. They start treating someone fucked up because of how, they disagree with the person. And before you know it, World War III pops off. People is putting people's addresses on the fucking, they doxing people, they going looking for people, they driving around trying to kill people. Like, that's not what YouTube is for. You dig? Zadie is in the building. Yo, y'all can drop y'all links, you feel me? Like I said earlier, y'all can drop y'all links. Feel free. Thank you, Trooper. You're the best. That's what it is, B. And I'm gonna get busy because this is a way I can make money. Social media is a way you could be. My brother's making money off of Facebook right now. I'm gonna start fucking with Facebook too. My brother started posting like old pictures from Bed-Stuy and from old pictures of me as a baby, like my father, like you dig what I'm saying, Ralph Ab, like all these old flicks. And people are going crazy for them on Facebook right now. Feel me? Go show some love. Let me say the name of his Facebook real quick. It's Robert Lopez on Facebook, you heard? That's my nigga, you heard? But he dropped some sick pictures, you heard? My son Preem that started the channel with me. Now Facebook is, Facebook be sad sometimes because you see so many people that have passed and they always so. But you know, it is what it is. That's life. You know what I'm saying? I be getting sad because I know every time I go to Facebook, somebody's gonna pass. But you know, like I said, I gotta start fucking with it. Do they pay better than YouTube? Let me find out. I never even knew that. I never even knew that. I couldn't believe it. My brother's like, yo, I'm monetized on Facebook. I'm getting money. That's crazy. I gotta start fucking with Facebook. You heard? Facebook is what it is. What about Instagram? I know you could make money off of Instagram, but I don't know if niggas really make a lot of money off of Instagram. Wow, I didn't know that. Thank you, Empress. I'm gonna start fucking with it. I'm gonna get out there and take pictures and start getting busy on Facebook. You feel me? Like, I feel rejuvenated. Oh, you don't have IG? Hey, yo, I don't really fuck with IG like that. I barely go on it, but everybody got a fucking Instagram too. Everybody got a Facebook and an Instagram right now. And fucks with YouTube. And what's the other one that they do a lot of? What's the other one that everybody fucks with all the time? That they be posting like little videos, 1 minute videos and shit. And what's that shit called, bro? Not Twitch. Somebody help me out here. The one that they always posting like 1 minute videos and shit. Damn it, man. What the fuck is the name of that shit, bro? TikTok. Thank you. Thank you, J1. TikTok. That's the one. There's so many, listen, there's so many streaming things too. You got is it Twitch? Twitch. You got I be watching Adrian Broner and his Dean the Great, you know, because they popping right now. I really hope Adrian Broner stays off that liquor. But they getting money, man. They were saying that they made over $1 million in the past few months. Like, that's very good money. Kick, right? And those streaming platforms, they allow a lot of shit. It's not as strict as YouTube. Them niggas be wilding on TikTok. TikTok, you can thousands of followers and only make 50 quid. What's 50 quid in American money? Like $50? I know American currency and British currency is real close. I won't share my platforms. People are too weird. Yeah, you. One thing about if you're gonna do it, you gotta be ready. You know, you gotta be willing. You gotta be willing to really like go hard with that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Especially with the Twitch and all that. Like, them niggas stream their whole day long. Like, they do 25-hour streams. Right now they're doing about $70. Right now, they doing one where they rented a warehouse, and they got like a boxing gym in the warehouse, and you know, equipment to train. They got beds in the warehouse, and they're locked inside the warehouse for like 45 days. Adrian Broner stopped drinking, and they're training with the kid Dean the Great. And that's people in the circle. Yeah, that's a fact. Katrina, the people that be around you be fucking weirdos on YouTube, especially, and on social media. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not for everybody. You dig? I seen it. I seen it, or I've been through it. I'm not as messy as other people, and I don't really be into it with niggas like that. But I done got it into it with one or two dudes. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like people people are different. Everybody's different. What makes me upset and or what I get mad about may not, another person way lesser might, get them mad or, they may be into certain things I'm not into. That's life at the end of the day. If you don't fuck with me, it is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? I try to be respectful to everybody, but listen, at the end of the day, we all adults, if you don't like my channel, keep it pushing. Straight like that. I'm good. I got plenty of people that I love. But we live in a crazy world though. People are, like I said, I'm gonna use Adrian Broner and that kid Dean the Great. People may not know who I'm talking about, but they're one of the biggest streamers right now. Adrian Broner used to be a champion boxer, and he started drinking and he got all fucked up. He lost all his money. He started fucking with that kid Dean the Great, who was boxing too, and they started getting a lot of money. You feel me? And they're like the biggest streamers right now. They said they already made a few million in just like a few months off of Twitch. They doing Twitch. Or I don't know if they do other platforms too, but Twitch is the main one. And that's a lot of fucking money. You dig? I'm pulling for Adrian Broner. I want to see him not, get off the liquor. You dig what I'm saying? They the liquor makes him crazy. He be wild disrespectful. He disrespects women, and but when he's not drinking, he's a different person. Adrian Broner moves a bit funny. Did you? Yeah. That's when he was drinking. He stopped drinking. He been liquor free for a good week now. They're locked in a warehouse. They can't. He's been sober through the whole. He's a different person. I'm telling you. I'm not saying he don't be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Creepy when it comes to the women. But as far as like the way he was when he was drinking, totally different. Like as far as the aggressiveness and, but my thing is, the money they're making for doing that, they don't do nothing. They just film themselves all fucking day. And like I said, when it comes to that streaming shit, there's certain people that have the upper echelon. There's a kid named what's his name, bro? Phoenix. Is it Phoenix? Neon. This Indian kid. Him. What's the other kid? The white boy that he's filthy rich and he's a dickhead. He's always getting his bodyguards to fucking stop people from beating him up and shit. And he's a troublemaker. Damn, what's his name? Anyway, he's another big streamer. There's like, certain streamers that are in the top tier, I guess those Island Boys was in the doing their thing for a while. Damn, what's his name? What's that kid's name? But there's certain streamers that are making a lot of fucking money. Fusi, what's his name? Fusi Tube or something like that. He's another big streamer. They make a lot of fucking money fucking with that streaming shit. Tekashi 6ix9ine. What's them two white boys that they got blonde hair that one of them got his jaw broke from fighting Joshua Anthony Joshua. I think that's his name. Yo, food stamps. I'm gonna give you a wrench. I'm gonna give you the speech that comes along with the wrench. Don't block nobody. The end. Add as moderator. You're suited and booted, brother. The who brothers? The Paul brothers. Paul brothers. Yeah, the Paul brothers. Right. That's a fact. The Paul brothers. They're big streamers. Like there's just certain streamers that are making tons. They're making millions. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a a dude named Ice Poseidon that had like a whole crew of niggas. That he was another big streamer. Fucking Hampton Brandon. Like there's people that really used to go hard with the streaming. You dig what I'm saying? Them niggas is crazy. The Ice Poseidon and the fucking Hampton Brandon and the black dude with the bald head that be slapping everybody around. They got a fat Chinese kid. They got another white boy. He's a ginger. He got red hair. He's a bug out there. We slapping the shit out of him. They got a name for they like like Bug Out Nation or some old fucked up. Yeah, I was just talking about Dean and Adrian Broner just right before you came in. That's what got us into the topic of that. Feel me? Yeah, they're like the biggest right now. They in the top. You dig what I'm saying? It's them, Neon, the Paul brothers, like I just said. Who else is a big fucking streamer? The Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like these are the biggest. Yeah, they definitely. Tommy D, what's good, bro? Good to see you, bro. How's your family? How's the kids? Well, listen. I'm not saying he won't come back to boxing, but it's over for him. You can't fucking take off 6-7 years and drink like a motherfucker and then come back and be and fight the top tier boxers. I'm not saying he won't get a fight or two because he's old. He's around 36 years old right now. He would have to at least fucking train 6 months to a year just to get in shape to fight. By that time, he's going to be like 37. He can't fight none of the top niggas right away, so he's going to have to take a few. By the time he's fighting a big name, he's going to be about 37, 38 years old. I'm not saying it can't be done, but when you abuse your body, look at what's his name? He's an MMA dude. He's not a boxer. But look at Conor McGregor. He took all them years off. He be drinking, acting crazy. His bones is all fucked. That shit fucks your bones up. You dig what I'm saying? But I listen, I hope he stays off of liquor. I'm praying for him. And if he does come back to boxing and is successful, I'm not saying he can't. That's a beautiful thing, man. I hope he does good with his money this time. He ran through like 50, 60 million. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of fucking money. You gave me a nigga like me 60 million, I'll never go broke. Never. I would be buying property left and right, investing in businesses, fucking buying investing in fucking stocks and like just doing whatever to make money with that shit. He was tricking. He got like 15 baby mothers. That nigga wilded out. Got all these fucking kids and baby mothers that all they do is come for his money. Like he bugged the fuck out. That's his biggest detraction. Fucking around with these women that that ain't no good. You dig? And I can't blame all the women on everything because nobody put a gun to his head and told him, put a seed in all these chicks and like you gotta fucking, you dig? And I've done fucked up a lot of money too, but I never had money like that. You dig what I'm saying? When you got money like that, it's different. You feel me? When you got fucking 60 million in the palm of your hand, you never supposed to go broke. He ain't the only one. Allen Iverson ran through like 400 million. Mike Tyson ran through a few hundred million. Like people bug the fuck out. They say Floyd is having money problems now. And listen, none of those people that I just named will never be homeless. You understand what I'm saying? Broke to them is only having 2 Rolls Royces, 4 houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, instead of having 250 watches that cost $1 million, he only got 100 watches now that cost, you know, like that's fucked up to them. It's good to see you too, Tommy, man. Shout out to everybody that I started this shit with. Shout to rest in peace to Bond. Rest in peace to True. Rest in peace to T History. I'm back at it, dagnabbit. Like a crack addict on a Craftmatic. But you listen, I hope he does come back. He was talking about he wanted to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, he couldn't fight Ryan Garcia right now. Ryan Garcia would slump him. The last time Adrian Broner had a fight, the dude knocked his tooth out. And the dude was like not even, no disrespect to that man, because he's a fighter and he gets in there and he puts his life on the line. But he's not like you know, he was fighting fucking Manny Pacquiao at one point, Adrian Broner. You dig? He lost. But I'm saying he went fucking 12 rounds with Manny Pacquiao. One of the greatest. Like Manny Pacquiao is in fucking on the level of like the Floyd Mayweathers. I'm not saying he's as great as Floyd Mayweather or as good as Floyd Mayweather, but he's right there. You know what I'm saying? He fought Marco Maidana. You know, like these are the best. You feel what I'm saying? Like he was on that type of timing. And you know, for you to get back to that, man, it's hard. Like I said, look at Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, I don't know if y'all seen that fight. He just he had a comeback fight like 2 days ago. It lasted a minute, like 20 seconds. He did some old kung fu, Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, fucking wild flying karate kick, and he missed the dude. He fucked up his leg. He tried to do the same kick again, really fucked up his leg, and the fight was over. His leg was fucked up. He'll never fight again. You know, when you're in the fight game, good to see you, bro. Oh, is that the same Tommy or a different one? If so, my bad. That's my man, Tommy Dizzle. Yeah, that's his retirement fight. It's over. He can't fight. His bones are fucked up. His leg is fucked up. He fucked it up in the last fight. He fucked it up in a few fights. He's gotten leg injuries. The dude he was fighting, I seen a clip where he said he had him in a certain like hold, and he popped his ankle or something. I seen that he fucked his leg up. He said Conor McGregor said and the guy, he was like, you know, he's holding him. He's like, yo, you're right. He's like, yeah, man, just keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. And that was probably like 5 years ago. Lord knows how many years ago. You know, your body fucking, in order for you to be a champion for a long time, like a Floyd Mayweather, Tommy Hearns, a fucking Roberto Duran, like these dudes fought forever, right? And fought well. They're legends. You got to have two things. Your body has to hold up, right? You can't get injured severely, and God got to be on your side, man. You know, you got to have certain things that just, you know, and you got to stay with it. You got to train your ass off. You got to stay devoted. Everybody ain't going to have that grace from God. You know, everybody's not going to have that run. Like I said, the dudes that I just said, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Tommy Hearns, the Roberto Duran, and Roberto Duran and Tommy Hearns fought way longer than Sugar Ray. The James Lights Out Tonys. You dig what I'm saying? And even those dudes, man, they give their fucking brains to boxing. Like Tony, Lights Out Tony, he's punch drunk. you know, they give they give they all to this shit. They end up being punch drunk, fucked up. You know, like it's, man. Listen, shout to Floyd, man. Floyd made sure that he didn't get fucked up like that. He didn't get hit like that. That's why he's not walking around like fucking Baby Huey right now. Floyd is lucky. Floyd is one of the ones that you know, the run Floyd had is it's one of the greatest. The greatest. It's up there with the greatest, because you got dudes that were great too, as great as Floyd. Like I said, Sugar Ray Leonard. I gotta throw my man Tyson in there. I know, you know, Tyson had a run. He didn't have the same length as Floyd, but Tyson had a run in boxing that is. My son been boxing since he was 8. His first professional fight is supposed to be coming up soon. Danny Williams trains him before Tyson. Your son is how old is your son? That's crazy. I never knew that. God bless him. I wish him the best. You know, you got like I said, you got fighters that they do well. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, you got to know when to quit too. You can't keep pushing the fucking. Oh, he's young. Danny Williams fought Tyson, and Danny Williams fought Tyson when Tyson was washed up already. That's what you're saying? I love Tyson, man. I was watching all his fights the other day. He was putting dudes on their back pockets, and Tyson was a small heavyweight. He was only 6 feet. He was knocking out dudes that was 6'7", knocking them out. And on that note, I'm going to end the live. It's an hour. I didn't want to do a long one. I love y'all so much, man. You want to contribute to the cause, $ KWINLO. I'm living off of donations. I'm not monetized. God is great. I love you. Thank you for supporting my channel.